Welcome to our screencast about making a screencast. Michelle and I made 17, 18 videos this summer, and we're happy to share with you our experience. You have in front of you some guided notes. They're to help you remember what we think are the salient points in this little presentation. It's going to be about 5 minutes, so it shouldn't take long. The first thing we do when we make a screencast is to put together guided notes. They are a kind of outline and they focus our conversation. The conversation, we hope, goes deeper and broader than the notes, but the notes keep us honest so we don't forget anything.
What is a screencast? It is a lesson.
And we all write lessons.
Yes.
We're all teachers, so it's just a lesson that we do in a video fashion. How do you create a lesson?
According to Lamov, the author of Teach Like a Champion, you start by considering your objective.
So our objective for you is to get you a little bit more comfortable with the possibility of making your own screencast. After we come up with an objective, we think about how to assess whether and when our students have met that objective.
And only after you have considered how to assess, you will plan the activities of the lesson.
Now, most of us as teachers, if we're honest, we reverse the order of this series. First, we come up with activities, and then we think, oh, how will we assess this?
Our objective in creating this screencast about screencasting is threefold.
That a few of you will try to create one yourself.
That all of you will come to understand more about the flipped classroom.
And that this video will just be one more tool in your toolbox.
How will we know whether we've succeeded at meeting these goals?
I ask that you shoot an email, and my email address is on your guided notes, and let me know in the next couple of weeks if you have questions for us that were not answered by the video or comments on it. And we also want to know your plans for making screencasts yourself.
So how do we first begin? First, we make up guided notes to accompany each of the 4 chapters of the text.
So I have the book online, and Michelle and I actually highlighted and worked with the book. So if you have most text today, you can get a digital version of. And if you can work with that when you're working with students and a text, that would be useful. But in the co-op department, many people are not working with formal text, but instead with online materials. So we're going to review for you how to take a screenshot. So I put my fingers on Command, Shift, and 4, and I will make a screencast. You're looking right now at the screencast video. So watch how I do this. Command, Shift, 4, and then what I see, whoops, Command, Shift, 4, and what I see, we actually see a camera. But usually what you see, and we're doing this in real time, is this little symbol, and with that you can outline what you want to take away from the screen, and then you have it. So if you go then over to the side of your computer, you'll see a little screenshot of whatever you've captured with the camera, and it's so simple. Once again, Command, Shift, 4, choose what you want to take the picture of, and you have it.
All right.
Our video lessons should range from about 10 to, the video lessons we have made range from about 10 to 12 minutes. But the next series we make will range from 6 to 8 minutes because shorter is definitely better. I do look online for images, and we consider teaching stories we might use. So in this case, I used a blog by one of our mentor teachers who works with students at Edison School. Because I'm doing this for my colleagues, I also put my daughter's website up. I often use different software that I think students might enjoy. Maybe Michelle introduces to me, or I've heard from someone else. This is a particular one that helps children with the teaching of writing. It's not, it's we and not I. Screencasts work much better when two teachers are talking together than when one is lecturing. One is lecturing as a talking head, and it's no more interesting to your students. So have you had experience, Michelle, with screencasts made by teachers yourself?
I have, and it is, like you said, it's better when there's two people there, either another student or another teacher. Otherwise, it could just kind of go on.
Just go on, indeed. So I do have, and I had it pulled up, but I'm going to choose it once again. A teacher that worked with both of us, and she's talking here about technology. So we'll just take a moment.
This wonderful technology coach whose name is Marilyn Williams, and her job was to really think about where we needed to go next and to push us into being more intentional with our technology. And so she worked with, she worked with us being this team of teachers, and that was the other really important part, is that I wasn't doing this just on my own. I have this wonderful team of people who I'm working with, and we were working together with Marilyn to really push our practice forward and to really think about how to meet the needs of different students using technology rather than just having technology kind of as an extra or an add-on.
So you see how you can use clips from clips when you're making your own. This is Emily Kemp, a teacher at Cesar Chavez, who came out to Lane to talk to students about how to use quick response codes. But her words about being intentional with technology are words we want to repeat in this screencast about screencasting.
And we use Screencast-O-Matic because it's pretty easy. We tried Jing and it wasn't as easy, but with Screencast-O-Matic, you're also able to include the little video of us at the bottom. And with Jing, there is no video to include.
Ah, good point. I'd forgotten about that. We do post to YouTube, and we use the partially public option. So we took a little screenshot for you of YouTube. And it's easy to do, but you get a choice of sharing it with everyone, and go ahead and do that, or just sharing it with the people you give the link to. Video production values matter. We open many windows at once on the computer screen, so our transitions are as seamless as we can make them. And we use more than one kind of device. So here I have Yo-Yo Ma playing Gabriel's oboe. And music is wonderful as a lead-in at the beginning or the end of your screencast. It can get distracting. So images and music enrich the screencast, but conveying the information clearly is the most important thing we do.
All right. You will simply be talking heads, so you don't see the whole body. And often we've created them in our exercise clothes, but, you know, like Meryl, she normally dresses up to teach in person. But as the students are watching these videos in their home, it's kind of nice to see the teachers relaxed as well.
I even have a video made of me using my hands where I was actually on an exercise bike. And Alice Warner came to my class, and I didn't know, came to my gym, and she taped me, and I didn't know she was going to do that, and I'm actually moving. I wouldn't recommend this. Okay. Don't be too hard on yourself as you make your first screencast. It's time consuming and it's challenging, but it's not hard to revise. No. We've already revised one of our videos.
During the summer, Meryl and I flipped 5 weeks worth of her lessons for her introductory seminar in the fall of this year, and her students provided valuable feedback to our screencasts, and their words summarized the experience the best.
So we're going to look at those words, and that's the end. That will be the end. So we're going to go to here. Their student voices, and you have this also written down for you, but we're going to read it aloud and share it with you. So first they talk with us about revision and being transparent as teachers, because I showed a screencast and the S was very sibilant because it was so close to the microphone. And we were reading a little bit from some of the PowerPoint, and you don't want to read from it. And we would teach that, yet we were doing it.
Yes.
And it was about 12 minutes long, and about 3 of the slides students found not useful. And I cut about a third then away, and we made our conversation deeper. We took the same 12 minutes, but it was 12 minutes better spent. So these are the words that the students actually said, and Michelle and I are going to read them to you in sections. So I'll start with revision. I saw how much to heart you took watching and listening to the video. You criticized yourself much harder than you should have. I noticed you took action right away. These videos pull out text that I normally wouldn't see. That's my favorite comment of all of them. I wonder if you will keep doing the guided notes and if others find them as helpful as I do. The quality of these videos improves from first to last. So now Michelle's going to read to you about process.
The students. I take my own notes right on the guided notes. I am the one to take notes as I'm reading and then find I need to reread because I was so busy writing down everything I find I've missed key ideas on. With the guided notes and screencasts, all I have to do is read with a highlighter in hand, then listen and watch to the screencast, and I can just fill in the blanks I could not fill in on my own. I think you should keep using these screencasts in future classes. Another student says, I do the assigned reading, answer the questions on the guided notes, and then watch the screencasts. This is always helps me whenever I get stuck when I'm struggling. And I enjoy the topics chosen for the screencast conversations.
So the next, I'll let you read for yourself the next 5 comments. And in these comments, students talk about what was freed up in class because we flipped part of it, which means they could give these talks, these passionate teacher talks. And these are my favorite moments of the fall class. So I agree with them, having more time for the student's voice.
Yes. Because
the teacher's voice can be delivered somewhat during the homework time, offline, as far as the class is concerned, is really a gift to all of us. So I'm going to stop here